I'm very happy to be joined here once again by Peter Quinlan, meteorologist for Global News Saskatoon. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Abby.
Of course, now over the weekend, unfortunately, we were here in Lloyd under an extreme cold warning. We are today for most of today as well. And now heading into this week, we're going to be in lower temperatures. And we did talk a couple weeks ago. This is to be expected, the kind of yo-yo effect you were explaining. But similarly to last year, we experienced the polar vortex. And I think that's something that's on everybody's mind right now. Is that something we're going to be experiencing this year heading into February?
So the polar vortex is the Arctic air that's usually over the North Pole, and sometimes it likes to slump south in the winter time and bring in these Arctic conditions. And we're on the edge of it over these past few days. It looks like it's going to move back up or to the east first, and then up into the Arctic. So we have kind of experienced the edge of it, and then there is a chance we could experience it again. Probably not till February. It does look like we will see a little bit of a warm up in the interim, but really in the winter months, even through till March and April, we're always kind of vulnerable to the polar vortex.
And going forward, like I said, the extreme cold warning is going to go away as we are heading into warmer temperatures this week. Is that really what we are to expect from for the rest of the winter? We'll get to the polar vortex and then we'll go down and then up and down. What is to be expected, especially in the next few weeks?
So it does look like we are going to continue to see this yo-yo effect, although that yo-yo will be kind of a little bit higher. So warmer temperatures expected, at least for the rest of this week. We'll be seeing those minus single-digit daytime highs. We might see the occasional daytime high dip into minus double digits, which is actually average for this time of year in Lloydminster, is around minus 11 or so. So we are going to see that trend probably even into the following week, where we see those mild conditions stick around. There is some long-range computer models that are showing a dip at the end of next week into the cold again, and potentially into early February. So we will be watching for that. That could bring back the minus 30 temperature, minus 40 wind chill kind of scenario, but that is still a ways away, and a lot can change between now and then.
So for right now, it's good news. We're
Yeah.
heading into those warmer-ish temperatures. Those single digits is definitely something that I like to see. Now snowfall on the flip side, we've experienced a few pretty big snowfalls over the last few days or a couple weeks here and there. And I see that we should be expecting some snowfall coming up as well. So what in terms of snowfall are we looking at centimeter wise, or will it stick around? What type of snow are we looking at?
So generally, we're looking at probably through the rest of this week, well, at least until the end of the day, Thursday, maybe 2 to 4 centimeters. So these little snowfall bouts aren't overly significant in terms of the overall grand total this winter. And then beyond that, it looks like we could head into a bit of a drier trend into next week. So at this point, we don't have any major snowfalls forecast. We will just see some steadier flurries, we'll call them, through the day on Wednesday and Thursday, and maybe even a few on Tuesday.
Wonderful. That's not the worst news I was expecting. It is nice having those warmer temperatures, as I definitely personally don't like being in any kind of frigid temperature. So the extreme cold warnings I have been trying to ignore because they haven't been fun. But it's nice that we are looking to warmer temperatures this coming weekend into next week. So thank you once again for joining me. You always give the great insight into what we are to expect, especially in the winter. So thank you again for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Abby.